Mahavira, Sanskrit, great hero, also known as Vardhamāna, born circa 599 BCE. Traditional dating, Kshatriya Kundagrama, India, died 527. Traditional dating, Kavapari, epithet of Vardhamāna, the last of the 24 tirthankaras, ford makers, i.e., saviors who promulgated Jainism, and the reformer of the Jain monastic community. According to the traditions of the two main Jain sects, the Shvetambara, white-robed, and the Digambara, sky-clad, i.e., naked, Mahavira became a monk and followed an extreme ascetic life, attaining Kabbalah, the stage of omniscience or highest perception. Teaching a doctrine of austerity, Mahavira advocated non-violence, ahimsa, in all circumstances and the acceptance of the Mahavratas, the 5 great vows of renunciation. Although tradition dictates that Mahavira was born about 599 BCE, many scholars believe this date to be as much as 100 years early, in that Mahavira probably lived at about the same time as the Buddha, whose traditional birth date has also been reassessed. The son of a Kshatriya, warrior caste, family, he grew up in Kshatriya Kundagrama, a suburb of Vaishali, modern Basa, Bihar state, where both Jainism and Buddhism originated. His father was Siddhartha, a ruler of the Nada, or Kshatriya, clan. According to one Jain tradition, his mother was Devananda, a member of the Brahman, priestly, caste. Other traditions call her Trishala, Vidyadina, or Priyakarini and place her in the Kshatriya caste. The 7th to 5th century BCE was a period of great intellectual, philosophical, religious, and social ferment in India, a time when members of the Kshatriya caste opposed the cultural domination of the Brahmins, who claimed authority by virtue of their supposed innate purity. In particular, there was growing opposition to the large-scale Vedic sacrifices, yajna, that involved the killing of many animals. Because of the popularity of the doctrine of continual rebirth, which linked animals and humans in the same cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, unnecessary killing had become objectionable to many people. Economic factors may also have encouraged the growth of the doctrine of non-violence. The leaders of the anti-Brahman sects came to be regarded as heretical. Mahavira and his contemporary Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, were two of the greatest leaders in this movement. Although accounts of the life of Mahavira vary for the two Jain sects, he apparently was reared in luxury, but because he was a younger son he could not inherit the leadership of the clan. At the age of 30, after, according to the Shvetambara sect, marrying a woman of the Kshatriya caste and having a daughter, Mahavira renounced the world and became a monk. He wore one garment for more than a year but later went naked and had no possessions, not even a bowl for obtaining alms or drinking water. He allowed insects to crawl on his body and bite him, bearing the pain with patience. People frequently harangued and hit him because of his uncouth and unsightly body, but he endured abusive language and physical injuries with equanimity. Meditating day and night, he lived in various places, workshops, cremation and burial grounds, and at the foot of trees. Trying to avoid all sinful activity, he especially avoided injuring any kind of life, thus developing the doctrine of ahimsa, or non-violence. He fasted often and never ate anything that was expressly prepared for him. Although he wandered continuously during most of the year, Mahavira spent the rainy season in villages and towns. After 12 years of extreme asceticism, he attained Kabbalah, the highest stage of perception. Mahavira may be regarded as the founder of Jainism. According to tradition, he based his doctrines on the teachings of the 23rd Tirthankara, Parshvanatha, a 7th century BCE teacher from Benares, Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Mahavira systematized earlier Jain doctrines as well as Jainism's metaphysical, mythological, and cosmological beliefs. He also established the rules of religious life for Jain monks, nuns, and laity. Mahavira taught that people can save their souls from the contamination of matter by living a life of extreme asceticism and by practicing non-violence toward all living creatures. This advocacy of non-violence encouraged his followers, monastic and lay, to become strong advocates of vegetarianism. Mahavira's followers were aided in their quest for salvation by the 5 Mahavratas. attributed to Mahavira, though they show connections with contemporary Brahmanical practice. These great vows were the renunciation of killing, of speaking untruths, of greed, of sexual pleasure, and of all attachments to living beings and non-living things. Mahavira's predecessor, Parshvanatha, had preached only 4 vows. Mahavira was given the title Jaina, or conqueror, conqueror of enemies such as attachment and greed, which subsequently became synonymous with tirthankara. He died, according to tradition, in 527 BCE at Pava in Bihar state, leaving a group of followers who established Jainism. Through their practice of non-violence, they have profoundly influenced Indian culture. Trishala, mother of Mahavira, the most recent of the tirthankaras, ford makers, i.e., saviors, of Jainism, a religion of India. Trishala, like the mother of the Buddha, was a member of the Kshatriya, warrior, caste. According to Jain tradition, Trishala lived some 2,500 years ago and, like the mothers of all 24 tirthankaras, had a series of 14 auspicious dreams during pregnancy that revealed her son's exalted status.